yeah, kids in horror movies freak me out for sure. And that's what kind of freaks me out about ever becoming a mother is I'm afraid that like my kid's going to come to me in the middle of the night. I'm just going to like see them standing there and just lose my shit.
That's the worst.
Yeah, just bop them in the face. Just like, oh, demon!
I Know What You Did Last Summer TV show just recently.
At what point do we stop like knowing what they did last summer? Because with the internet, I mean, everybody knows what you did last summer. Truly.
True.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see that one. How's that going to play out?
Touche.
So I know what you did last summer too, motherfucker.
You posted it nonstop on your story.
Well, you did it live. If you guys knew how cold it gets here, I mean, you guys do.
Well, I think they know.
You guys do. It's Canada.
Well,
but yeah,
kinda.
it gets super cold.
Well, oh, don't look at me like, hey, he's laughing at me right now because I was like, okay, where are they from again? And he's like, Chicago. And I'm like, cool. Chicago sounds like a cool place. Like, from what I've heard, that's in Illinois, isn't it? And he's like, yeah. And I'm just like, isn't it cold there?
No, he said, isn't it warm there?
Isn't it warm there? And he's like, well, Chicago's called the Windy City. I'm like, yeah, but do they get snow? I'm like, I told you I can't map.
Welcome to Always Room for More. I'm your host, Chris Moore. With me is my beautiful girlfriend, Katrina Penny.
Hi, I'm Katrina.
And today we have very special guests, two very awesome podcasters from another podcast that we love, Shaken Not Scared. Welcome, Eric and Vivi.
Hi.
Hey, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Awesome. We love to have you guys here.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's good to finally
been
meet
looking
you.
forward to this.
Right?
We hope it's fun.
Yeah. And you guys will be coming out on October 23rd. This episode comes out October 23rd, so this is episode just before Halloween. So we're making it spooky by bringing on a spooky podcast.
Ooh.
If you all don't know, Shaken Not Scared is a horror movie review podcast that likes to make awesome drinks along with their awesome reviews.
Yeah, we do. Actually, for this episode, we brought something to fit your guys' theme. We have some, is it CBD or THC?
It is a tonic. It's raspberry lemonade, and it's a THC-infused beverage.
Oh, fun.
Oh,
Yeah, we got it from our
one of those
local
before.
dispensary.
Yeah, it was actually a wedding gift, I think.
Oh, that's
that's
awesome.
Well, I hope people get that us for our wedding.
Yeah, well, hey, honey, there has to be a wedding in place.
Well, there's a placeholder now.
Yeah, he's got to, speed up the process a little bit, huh?
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there.
I heard an episode a few weeks ago where I think one of your guys' guests was bringing up that Trina had a ring on and she thought it was the ring, but it wasn't.
Yeah, basically.
Well, what he did was for my birthday, he got me this really pretty ring with my birthstone in it. And before my birthday came up, he was just like, okay, if I got you a ring, you understand it's not an engagement ring, right? And I'm like, yes. I mean, unless you propose with the ring, I would assume it's not an engagement ring.
Look, to be fair,
okay.
it can be sneaky. It can be sneaky because for months before I asked Vivi to marry me, I told her like, "What's your ring size? Let me measure your hand," and she would tell me, and she had no idea at all when it happened.
Well, you brought it up so often that I was like, oh, he's just joking at this point.
Exactly.
Fair, yeah.
Exactly. It's pretty much what I did. I was like, well, I just figured out her ring size now. Now I know what her ring size is. So now if I want to go get her an actual ring, which I do, not that I don't want to, but when I do, I know her actual ring size.
You see the backpedaling that's happening here?
He's playing the long
I'm just
game.
gonna read about that.
Yeah.
We'll
Definitely gonna
chug
start
that
reading
one.
about that.
If you're out there and you're listening for tips on how to measure your ring, don't use any of the sizing charts that they have online. They're entirely wrong. Because I tried to use that and it was like 2 sizes bigger than Vivi's actual finger.
Yeah.
Right? It's hard. to know that's fucking stupid ring size bowl.
Now, here's a random question that I'm curious about, and this could be stupid, but you know how there's like, when you're clothing shopping, there's like American sizing and, European sizing. Could that be the same similarity for rings? Like they size different?
I think that if I remember correctly, the ring sizing is in like millimeters, right? Or centimeters.
Oh, finally, we're getting on board with the rest of the world.
What's weird about U.S. sizing is that like some things are in the metric system and others are not.
Yeah. We can't get our shit
fair.
together.
No.
Yeah. Well, we're kind of half and half depending on what it is too, I think here, but I'm kind of inept with all things measurement, mathematical. So
I am not.
I just thought of Adventure Time when she said mathematical.
Oh, that's true.
Math is not my strong suit in the slightest.
The one thing that, I didn't find it so difficult. I've been to Canada before, like one time. Ever.
One time.
Niagara Falls, yeah. It's like the touristy way to say I went to Canada. I drove through Canada, though. I like did the long way from Illinois over to I don't know what that area is of Niagara Falls, but
I'm actually not sure what the
geography is.
Previous episodes, that's another thing. Trina can't map.
It's any M word.
So directionally stupid, it's bad.
I would say challenge, not stupid.
No, it's stupid. Like, I've never been anywhere ever. I went maybe to a couple of different provinces when I was like 2. And my mom's like, "Oh, we drove here," and I'm just like, "If I wasn't cognitive, it doesn't count." Like, okay, I remember being in this place, but I don't remember getting to this place. Like,
I think we all just remember doing the little Spider-Man stuff from the light poles. I don't know if you guys ever did that, but when I was in cars growing up, you as a kid, imagine like you're surfing on the pole lines with
like
that
Spider-Man.
imaginary figure. Yeah,
Yeah.
See, I was like this weird morbid kid, and I always had my headphones in, and I'm just like looking out the window like a movie, like one of those. Like, I was that meme.
You're the main character.
Yeah. And I was like, this is my life. I'm like, 11-year-old me is so hard done by, right? Like, just like
young, dark, tragic character.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten to the tragic part of the story yet. That's still to come. Dun dun dun. This is the fun stuff you're gonna flash back to when it finally does happen. You're gonna be like, it wasn't always like this.
Exactly.
I used to have fun.
You remember those long car rides I stared out the window?
It's like your parents ever looked at you and was like, "You used to be a happy kid."
Was I?
Oh, Vivi. Vivi's got that.
Yeah, my parents actually tell me that. So,
Really?
Even your brother,
Didn't
they
feel
say
like
he used to
it.
dance, and he's like the quietest kid I've ever met. Your brother?
That's
oh
great.
yeah,
He's like so quiet, but they talk about how when he was younger, he used to like dance up a storm.
yeah. Now he's just like sneaky. He'll like roast you, and you don't even know what's happening.
Oh shit, one of them.
Silent but
Watch out
deadly.
for those.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry to
click on the
deviate
draw,
from the
too,
spooky topic, though.
Oh no, it
it's
happens
all
all the time.
Have you listened to our podcast? It's everywhere 90% of the time.
Oh,
There's
nothing's
no rhyme or
scarier
reason.
than children.
I mean, that's
I
fair.
was gonna say some horror movies have some scary ass children, like the very first Pet Cemetery, that little baby fucking zombie kid.
Yeah, kids in horror movies freak me out for sure. And that's what kind of freaks me out about ever becoming a mother is I'm afraid that like my kid's gonna come to me in the middle of the night. I'm just gonna like see them standing there and just lose my shit.
That's the worst.
Yeah, just bop them in the face, just like, demon!
I'm more afraid of them coming up to me and being like, the shadow man in the corner. And I'm just not going to ask questions. I'm just going to start packing my stuff.
God, yes. No, that for sure.
Or when you
as soon
have
as that happens, we're moving.
when you have freak reflexes and you accidentally punt your kid across the room because it scared you.
You would do that.
Exactly.
That's my biggest fear. I swear.
That's what I feel like she's gonna do.
I'm just worried that they're gonna like come try and wake me up in the middle of the night, and I'm not gonna be like I'll forget I have a kid or something, which apparently you don't do. So that's a good thing. But like you're just dead asleep. Maybe you had a joint before you go to bed. Then all of a sudden you just wake up to this little face, and you're just like, ah! It's Silent Hill all over again.
Oh, on the topic of Silent Hill, did you guys see that the last movie came out in what, the 2000s?
Oh, early 2000s. I think.
Yeah, I saw an article yesterday that says that they're thinking about doing like a remake or some sort of new franchise like that.
Oh, really?
Like
I
Resident
heard that,
Evil. Yeah.
I was gonna say I heard like Kojima was supposed to go and do a new game for it at one point,
Oh, was it the game? Okay, maybe I misread it.
but maybe there's supposed to be a new. There would be a cool new show because they came out with that new I Know What You Did Last Summer TV show just recently.
At what point do we stop like knowing what they did last summer? Because with the internet, I mean, everybody knows what you did last summer. Truly.
True.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's gonna be interesting to see that one. How's that gonna play out?
Touche.
So I know what you did last summer too, motherfucker.
You posted it nonstop on your story.
Well, you did it live.
Say, oh, this again? This fucking story again, man?
I know what you did last
That's
winter,
what I
though.
did last winter.
Jinx.
That was cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, just go through all the seasons. Vivi says that I have a problem with seasons, though, because for the longest time I was doing the seasons based on school. So it was like the
Right.
spring season, summer season, and then the fall season. And I used to organize my photos based on that for like the year or whatever.
Yeah.
So then I was like, look, here are the photos for spring. Here are the photos for summer. Here are the ones for fall. And she's like, where the fuck is winter? And I was like, mind blown.
I think I broke you that day.
Do I never take photos in winter?
That's my hibernation month.
Oh, man. If you guys knew how cold it gets here. I mean, you guys do.
Well,
It's
I think
Canada.
they know.
You guys do. It's Canada.
Well,
but yeah, it
kinda.
gets super cold.
Well, oh, don't look at me like, hey, he's laughing at me right now because I was like, okay, where are they from again? And he's like, Chicago. And I'm like, cool. Chicago sounds like a cool place. Like, from what I've heard, that's in Illinois, isn't it? And he's like, yeah. And I'm just like, isn't it cold there?
No, he said, isn't it
Or,
warm there?
Isn't it warm there? And he's like, well, Chicago's called the Windy City. I'm like, yeah, but do they get snow? I'm like, I told you I can't map. Like,
Yeah, it snows pretty bad here. Sometimes.
A lot.
Some years
Yeah.
it's like less than others, but yeah, what was it? 3-4 years ago, we got like 3 feet of snow.
wow.
Yeah, I think the worst is the negative temperatures when the wind picks up so much.
Yeah,
So
I was
it might
gonna
not
say,
even be snowing, but it'll be like negative 30 degrees Fahrenheit.
It's the lake effect
Yeah.
because of that giant lake we've got next to us, Lake Michigan.
Yeah.
That would do it. Yeah. I mean, we're not close to Lake Erie, but where I'm originally from, my city was right on Lake Ontario. So it got pretty cold, but the last few winters have been pretty mild, except here, like the temperatures haven't been bad, but the snow has been bad.
wind chills
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, I guess the wind chill's been pretty gnarly.
So,
the wind
on
just
the topic
knocks
of
you over.
temperature, would you rather get killed in the heat or in the cold? I've always wondered this, which one would be worse.
So
Like just
funny
real
that you
hot and
mention
sweaty, you know?
See, because I hate being cold, but you can always put more layers on. You can only take so many layers off before you want to rip your skin off.
And
Oh my
I think
God.
I think burning to death would be the worst way to go ever because you're gonna feel that the whole way through. But freezing to death, you're just gonna fall asleep at some point in time and then
Your
not wake
blood's
up.
just going to stop. Yeah, I think I'd rather freeze to death.
You think so? But you're like awake the entire time it's happening. Like you have no control. And you're getting
Yeah.
frostbite and all that stuff, you know? You're feeling
That's
it.
true.
I don't
That
know.
would be painful.
It's like
but
drowning.
eventually it would. Don't talk to me about drowning.
Yeah, you just threw a wild card in there. That wasn't an option.
No, that wasn't an option. Oh no. Oh, that's like. What's crazy about that though is before my fear of water was really instilled, I used to love going into the pool and like just going to the bottom of the pool and looking up at the top of the pool and being like, wow, that's so pretty. And then like you get older, you get a little more morbid and you're like, wow, this is what people see when they're drowning. That's terrifying.
Oh
I'm like, what if you were deprived of oxygen for this amount of time? Oh, that would
what
suck.
what people see when they're drowning is the bottom of their eyelids because they're dead.
That's fair.
Yeah, I guess you put it that way. Yeah, that makes sense. It tracks.
Yeah, I forgot Trina has a fear of water. I remember that episode.
Yeah. But there was this one movie that I saw way back. You know, those random natural disaster movies that you would see on TV randomly. I don't know if that's a Canadian thing or not, but
I love those.
yeah, okay. Well, there was this one, I think it was called Avalanche or something like that. It was something, they were at a ski lodge and the whole entire ski lodge gets just completely annihilated by an avalanche and it's completely sealed in and these people are trying to get out and it's just snow blocks everywhere basically, and it was really intense and it gives you like a really hard claustrophobia feeling.
Yeah.
You would
Do you remember
Chris?
Yeah.
Do you remember the movie? Was it Day After Tomorrow? Is that the one with the cold?
Yes, where the world freezes.
We were just talking about this.
Yeah,
too.
we were. That would also be my worst nightmare.
Oh jeez.
Getting
Yeah.
attacked by wolves and
No, not even the wolves, just the cold.
Literally
just
being
cold,
there. She would die.
No,
It wouldn't even be that
yeah.
cold.
You're going to learn pretty quick. There's actually quite a few movies that I haven't seen, but the ones that I have seen are super obscure and random. Like one about an avalanche, just randomly.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, when you
Yeah, I've never
said
seen that
natural
one.
disaster movies, I was thinking you meant like the end of the world ones, like 2012 and Day After Tomorrow,
Right.
and The Day Earth Stood Still, and those
No,
kinds.
this was
Oh.
like a random, like made for TV movie that was just. There was one about an avalanche. There was one where they are stuck in a dam that's breaking, and they're drowning, and stuff like that.
And there was a beaver
Lifetime
shortage.
Yeah,
Beaver
something like
shortage.
that. Lifetime movies, something like that. But some of them were hardcore, man.
Lifetime movies can be. Life is hardcore.
Time is hardcore.
Yeah.
Time is an illusion.
The other day I was yelling
No,
at
we're
you.
spinny.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna be on here. I was looking for the
Yeah, that would have been interesting for sure. Get him.
or the
Okay,
random
next time.
article. I don't have a random article for.
I love that you know that. So
Did you guys come up with a jingle
Yeah.
for it yet?
Not well, kind of.
I mean, I got the Ryan's random articles.
Yeah.
And then I think we finally solidified the.
The Ryan's random articles sounds a lot like just Sugar Crisp.
Actually, Ryan's random articles is literally just our theme song.
Oh
Just
yeah.
Bum bum
Yeah.
bum bum ba-da-da. But I just Ryan's random article.
So that's why I love our theme song so much. It sounds like Sugar Crisp.
I love you
Sugar
guys'
Crisp.
theme song actually. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Did you
went
guys
through
make it?
A lot
Like-
of them. No, we went
Purple Planet. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Oh,
we
cool.
actually bought the licensing for it so we could like splice it and do whatever we wanted with it.
Yeah. Yeah, since you guys had like band folks on the show, I thought maybe they created it or something. But that's cool. We did the same thing. We just
Yeah.
we literally went for like the first thing we heard, and then we were
Honestly, like
at our kitchen table like
Yeah.
DJs like, oh man, you feeling that? You feeling that beat? Yes.
yeah,
That's the
we
one.
went through quite a few before I'm like, we need this one's it.
I've always enjoyed your guys' theme too, though. Like, I like the way it sounds.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Perfect for what you guys do.
Vivi almost shattered my dreams one day. She was watching some YouTube channel and was like, listen to this theme song.
It
Of
was
some
very
YouTube
similar
channel,
to
yeah.
ours. I was like, oh no.
And I was like, it's not at all our sound. It was different. It was significantly different.
Well,
You're all great minds think alike. You know how it is.
it's
Yeah.
funny
Yeah.
because our buddies, and I don't know if they're gonna care if I share this or not, but our buddies that are in a band, for the longest time, their logo font was actually the Evanescence font, and they didn't realize it.
Oh no.
And they were like, this looks super familiar. And they were like, wait a minute. And they made the connection. They were like, we need to change this. We need to
Oh,
change
no.
this right now. They're a metal band, right? So the last thing they want is Evanescence font.
Oh man.
They're kind
Yeah.
of metalish.
Your logo, I remember a couple of weeks ago, you guys were, or was it days ago? You guys were on TikTok, I think, and Trina was designing your guys' new spooky logo.
Yep.
Oh yes, I really like it.
Yeah, I was worried
Thank
that you were
you.
redrawing a logo without certain people in the show, and I was like, no.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No, everybody's still on the show. They just aren't as available.
Yeah, everyone's
Yeah.
busy, so we're just
What
I
I'm
was over here-
planning on doing, hopefully, is like when we have guests, like just replacing the people on the logo that aren't there that episode with the guest.
like
That's
characters
cool.
of the guests.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just have to actually do the drawing.
Yeah, I was over here
it's-
making conspiracy theories with Vivi, like, oh no, it's gonna be so sad. I miss them already. Yeah.
Just assumed the worst though.
Oh, no, everybody's still good.
Well, that'll make them happy to hear. No one wants you guys to leave. You can't leave now.
We're stuck.
Like a horror movie. Trapped
Yeah.
forever. Yeah.
Oh,
This is your
I was about to say, I
perpetual
wonder if there is a horror movie about a podcast, but I just remembered Tusk.
Duh.
Have you
Oh,
guys ever
yeah.
seen Tusk?
We haven't.
I've been wanting to. I've been telling Eric we need to watch it for the longest
No,
time.
you haven't been wanting to because I
Yes.
bring it up all the time, and you're like, "But it's too brutal for me."
No, you're a liar.
No, I'm not.
It
Well,
reminds
you may
me.
or may not remember me talking about it on a previous episode.
I do. Yeah.
I definitely suggest people watch it, but I'm now terrified of walruses. Let's just put it that way.
Oh my god. Yeah, I think I've seen the reveal, so it's like I wish I didn't know the ending going
Yeah,
into it.
Yeah,
But I still wanna
unfortunately, it's hard to
exactly. Yeah.
miss spoilers, but getting there is definitely worth the watch.
The journey's half the battle.
Yeah.
We might watch that after this now.
That's all I do.
Ooh, yes.
I've been
Oh,
wanting to
please
for a
do.
while.
So I need reactions
Is it gory?
right away though. Like I want you guys to be tweeting me the whole time, just be like, "What the fuck?"
Yes.
Is it gory?
I might
at
not
all?
want to watch it now.
Oh, so you don't
I
know
wouldn't
the
call
ending?
it gory. I wouldn't say that it's gory. Like it's not bloody or anything like that. From it's just shocking.
It gives me
And-
human centipede vibes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was
Uh,
gonna say it's
a
like
little-
as gory as Human Centipede was. I've never seen Human Centipede, so I'm not sure.
I haven't.
I have. So you guys need to go watch Human Centipede, and we'll touch base after this.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Sounds
Human
good.
Centipede, did you guys
Oh,
see
gosh.
those benches in where was it? There's some benches in is it Japan
Yeah.
that look like people kneeling, but a bunch of people move them near each other, so it looks just like a human centipede.
Oh.
You guys should look it up.
Oh no,
Jesus.
I have not seen that.
It's supposed to be like those art
I
pieces. I, don't
wanna
know if you
see
guys
it
have
now.
gone to like cities, and then they'll have like here in Chicago for the longest time it was like cows, and then there
Yeah.
were benches, but they'll like do art on
Yeah,
them.
I mean,
Yeah.
we have random things
We
here
had
in London. Like
metal trees.
we have metal trees everywhere. They spent millions on these random, colorful metal trees that they have all throughout downtown.
Because we're known as the Forest City.
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
so we put metal trees up instead of real ones, and then it makes total sense. And we were walking downtown the other day to go catch the bus, and they've been really trying to like revamp the downtown core and stuff like that. And they've put these like things that look like giant stones, but they're seats.
Huh.
So they're like smooth stones that you can sit on in the downtown core. It's kind of weird. And
They're
like
stones? I thought they were jelly beans.
It's a rock. It's
They look
a
like
big,
jelly beans.
beautiful
like
rock.
Smooth jelly beans.
Yeah. Yeah, but they're smoothed out on the top so you can sit on them. Like they're all smooth and it's like literally curved like to fit a bum.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with SpongeBob or watched a lot of it, but my life is entirely SpongeBob references. And all I can think of is the pioneers used to ride those babies for miles. So they just wanted to share that knowledge with what, Ontario?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, good old Ontario.
That's funny.
See, if Spinny was here, he loves SpongeBob.
Oh, does it?
He always has the SpongeBob references. My life is a giant Friends reference.
Ooh. You watched Friends,
See.
right?
I have seen it.
Yeah.
Eric has
Yeah.
not
I haven't.
Oh,
at
gosh.
all.
Well, like, whatever was on TV growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
again, back to that morbid kid thing. I always found SpongeBob was too happy for me. Like he was just like, I'm like, nobody is that happy all the time.
Well, then you probably resonate with Squidward.
Yeah, I think we all do.
Exactly. Yeah. Squidward's my homie.
There's always
Yeah,
like
listen,
a super happy character and then the really depressing one, because you see those memes that are like, you grow up loving SpongeBob, but you feel a lot more like Squidward as you get older.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Mhm.
Yeah. Love SpongeBob. Find out you're Squidward.
It's like
Yeah.
you say the same thing about like Ren and Snippy. You grow up feeling like Snippy, but when you hit adulthood, you feel more like Ren.
Yeah.
Just
Or
more
I'd say the
pissed
same thing. I
off.
don't know if you guys watched Dragon Ball Z growing up, but you grow up wanting to be like Goku, but you actually turn into Vegeta.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it much. I didn't get the story when I was because I was so young when I watched it. It was just like over my head. It was the art that caught my attention.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Because I was a little anime nerd, so then I was like, "Oh, this is cool drawing," right? Not paying attention to the story whatsoever.
For me, I would say I grew up wanting to be Goku, but grew up being Yamcha or Yancha.
Oh no! Just passed out on the ground all the time.
The one that just gets knocked out all the time.
I can see that. Yeah.
That's like an ongoing
He has heart,
Goku or Dragon Ball joke, is that Yamcha always gets
Yeah.
owned. Vivi didn't grow up watching Dragon Ball, so I always explain everything to her, and she just stares at me like I'm insane.
Hey, I can relate. Chris does the same thing to me all the time. I'm just sitting there like,
Anything Marvel or Batman related?
I
Oh,
like
man.
Marvel.
Yeah, Marvel's my
Batman
thing.
can, be a lot sometimes, but I enjoy like the story. I just like certain things. I'm like, okay.
There's a lot of you probably like a lot of like those graphic novels, which I think are more in tune to like books, right? Where comics are like super short stories per issue.
I definitely read more of the graphic novel stuff.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, because I'm about to start reading Sandman. I was telling Vivi, I don't know if you guys know about the Sandman, but it's by Neil Gaiman.
I know it. I haven't read it yet, but I want to. It's on my list of many books I want to read.
Yeah, I just got the audiobook on Audible because I had a free credit. But yeah, I can't wait because I've heard a lot about that one.
Mm-hmm. It's a real good mind fucked story if you really like when you read it and like get into it. And,
Yeah,
like, the visual art and the comic book of it is like amazing.
and the vibe I get from
what I
it is
heard.
kind of like that book we read with the gods. What was it called?
American Gods.
Yeah, American Gods. Have you guys read or heard of that or watched that? Because there's a show.
It's
too.
a show too.
I've heard of it. I've never seen it or read it yet.
Ooh, it's
I'm
pretty
out
good.
of the loop, but that's fine.
It's Neil Gaiman stuff.
Yes.
Neil Gaiman stuff.
No.
Yeah. You know, when stuff like this happens, though, I have like this giant list that never ends because
I think
people
it's just
recommend
being an
things.
adult where you don't have time and you're like, I'll get to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like our buddy Ryan keeps complaining that we've never watched Stranger Things yet. And it's like, you guys gotta watch it. It's like, we'll get to it sooner
Yeah.
than later.
We watch.
my worst part though is that I multitask, so my tendency is to rewatch something that I've seen a lot, so I don't have to pay attention to it.
Vivi does the exact same thing.
Yeah, Eric complains about it. He's like, you've seen Bob's Burgers 20 million times. Can we watch something else?
Oh, you know what we watched 20 million times?
Bob's
Letterkenny.
Burgers is definitely a culprit. I rewatched that 70s show probably at least 10 times, and that's one that he was tolerable with.
Yeah. I don't mind Bob's Burgers. It's just when you watch it like the same seasons over and over again, like if you just finish it and then start a new different show and then go back to Bob's Burgers, I wouldn't mind.
There's been times where I've literally finished a show and just gone right back to the beginning and started it again because I couldn't decide on what else I wanted to watch.
The reason I get angry with it though is because like I'm always busy working and stuff like that, so I never really have time to like do that, right? So then when I see her watch 1,000 things the same, like over and over, I'm like, if I had the time you have, I would be watching so much.
It's not that. I just like, I've seen it so many times, I could just leave it on as background noise and I could do other things. Yes.
It's upsetting.
No.
No, because like I get that because I do art while I'm watching stuff, and if he's working nights, I'm like, I want the feeling like I'm with people or I'm comforted by something, so I put something that I like to watch on, and I don't have to pay attention to it, but I'm still like enjoying the process,
Mhm.
I guess is the best way to explain it. I get you.
Yeah, I did that with
Kindred
Parks and Rec
spirits.
and Letterkenny.
Yeah. I love Parks and Recs too.
Yeah.
That's one I actually haven't watched and been told to watch.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of those things that's just like, I'll get around to it.
Yeah.
Never told Chris Pratt's hilarious in it.
Yeah, he is. I didn't realize
I
that
do
he
love
was in
his
Jennifer's Body around that same time.
Oh yeah.
Is
Oh,
he
is
in
it?
He plays a very like minuscule part.
Yeah, it's so
Oh,
weird
shit.
to watch older stuff and then see actors that you're like, oh, I didn't even realize that they were famous for something else that wasn't this.
Well, it's like probably before they got famous.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's happened to me. I'm watching Criminal Minds right now.
I was
'Cause
gonna
I
say
haven't-
something similar. Law and Order does this a lot.
Yeah, yeah. I'm watching Criminal Minds, and it's just one of those shows I haven't watched in a long time. So I'm watching it, and it's all on Disney Plus, and I was super excited about that. And I'm just like watching it, and I'm like, oh my god, this freaking dude! Oh my god, that freaking chick! Oh my god, I recognize her from this and that. Blah blah. Blah. And yeah, there's a lot. Grey's Anatomy does that too.
Yeah, I guess if you want to be an actor, start in a like crime drama show.
Mm.
Or
Yeah,
die
just
in
small
a
role.
movie in the 90s.
That's another one.
Man, Cheech Moran was on an episode of Grey's Anatomy, and I lost my mind. It was the greatest day of my life. I'm like, no freaking way.
Hey man, they gotta make life too, man.
I know, but it's just great because, like, you see, like, certain bigger actors that are just like, yeah, I'll do this. I'll make a cameo.
Well,
Isn't
like,
it-
from
isn't it
listening to
funny
Kevin
that-
Smith and stuff?
Oh, good.
I was gonna say from listening to Kevin Smith, like the way he talks about how he's a fan of certain shows, and they'll reach out to him. They find out he's a fan, and like, hey, you want to be on? He's like, actually, sure, shit, I'd love to be on it.
What I was
So
going to
wonder
say
how
is,
many of them are like fans.
if,
Yeah, go on.
if you start on, like, what I'm realizing is that if you start on those shows first, then get famous, but then end up back on shows, it almost seems like your career is over.
Oh, dark turn.
You know what I mean?
Not if you're a fan, though.
Hmm.
I think you're kind of like doing a favor to where you got your
I don't
start.
know. Big movie stars don't end up in TV shows.
No,
Have you ever seen Nicole Kidman on a TV show? Have you seen who else is big?
Well,
Technically-
Nicole Kidman is too big for certain things. As it is.
ScarJo? Is she on a TV show? I'm
No.
just saying all actresses, no actors.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, actually, because there's been some where I'm like, oh shit, she's in that. But then you know what I think who it is? I think it's Sarah Jessica Parker is the person I'm thinking.
David Spade.
Oh yeah, David Spade. He was in Eight Simple Rules.
Mm.
But yeah, it's an actor, not an actress.
Well, what does it have? Oh, were we? Was it
No,
yeah,
it could be both.
sorry.
It could be both.
I missed that.
I have a quick question. Do you guys know Stephen King stuff very well?
Yeah. Well, not very well, but yes.
Yes
You
and no.
more.
That was a complicated answer.
You more than I do.
Well, you guys know the book or movie Dreamcatcher?
Dreamcatcher. No.
I've heard of it. I've not read it or watched.
Oh, man.
I don't think it's a movie though.
The
I think
title
it's
of
just
this show should be like, no, but I've heard of it.
That's the story of my life.
Right?
Honestly, though,
I was gonna say, well, because like we picked up the weed strain this week for Explain the Strain.
oh true.
Ah.
So Trina, want to do the theme?
Oh yes, the theme song. Right. Explain the strain. Explain the strain. What a glorious evening to be high again.
Loved it. 10 out of 10.
Thank you.
So the strain I picked up is called Dreamcatcher, and I picked it up because I want to ask you guys about that movie because it's one of my favorite Stephen King movies and books, next to It.
Ah.
And it's about an alien invasion, basically, from like these worm-like creatures that go into your butt.
Beg your pardon.
And then they like gestate, and then you know they can take over you and stuff like that, eat you from the inside, all that crazy fun shit.
Didn't we watch a movie like that?
No, we never watched this yet.
No. But there was another movie where they like this thing like impregnates the person
Well,
that
aliens.
Alien?
No,
Alien.
no, it wasn't Alien. Yeah. No, it wasn't that. We'll get back to that. Continue.
Anyways, but so that's why I wanted to pick it because I figured it could like segue into the strain and stuff, but I kind of fucked that all up. So anyways.
No, it's good. I was actually going to ask
That's
if
what
you knew what it
happens
was
when
about.
you podcast with stoners.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
no. We're
the
drunk,
Dreamcatcher
so we're
strain
not any better.
is a heavy.
Oh, perfect.
Okay, you guys are having some drinks. That's great. But it's a heavy berry flavored hybrid that combines blueberry and black domina, a blue
Domino?
chronic.
Yeah.
This strain tends to be sedating and heady. As the name suggests, laying into limbs with compounding physical weight, Dreamcatcher is a functional and relaxing in small doses. But its sedative attributes increase with each consecutive hit. Oh shit! So basically, every hit we take of this stuff, we're just getting more and more tired and more sedated.
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, I'll sleep well tonight at least.
Hopefully, there'll be no Freddy Krueger dreams because we'll catch that motherfucker.
Hell yeah, dude! I saw
How's-
it was like a meme the other day that somebody put a dreamcatcher up, and Freddy Krueger was caught in the middle of it, and they were like, "Fuck you, Freddy."
Yeah, I've seen that. It's like, she's like buying Dreamcatcher. She's like, it catches bad dreams. The next scene is him caught up, all tangled in it.
Yeah,
Oh
It's
my
fucking
god.
great.
yeah.
How's that THC drink treating you?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty nice.
Taste it. Do you guys? I mean, we're not like avid, often smokers / ingesters of.
To be fair, it only became legal in Illinois about a year ago.
Yeah. So
Oh, true.
I usually
Yeah,
can
I
tell when I
guess.
start to feel my tongue a little different.
Yeah. No, I feel like it's very I guess it depends on how much you drink of this stuff. It was recommended to start with 2 ounces, and I usually whenever we do smoke or anything of that nature, I fall asleep immediately.
Same.
So I'm awake and I feel good, if that's any indicator.
That is good. That is good.
That is a good sign. That's
Yeah, I can't imagine
No, we
selling a
do
drink that makes
definitely-
you sleepy immediately.
well,
Yeah.
you said it was a sativa, right?
It just says THC infused.
Oh, okay.
So who
Because
knows?
sativa normally helps you keep awake during your high.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't remember what I was going to say.
Sorry.
No, it's all good. That happens to me on a regular. So
Same.
So I hear you guys are all zombied out.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it was the worst idea probably that we could have came up with was to just do zombie movies for 4 weeks in a row, because even as like us, the creators versus the listener, I can't imagine like feeling excited that much longer after the first 2 times.
You realize
think
how
it's-
similar they all are after a while.
Yeah.
that's the fun part about it, is learning that. And then, but it's also fun to hear like how each movie has a different take on how it either starts or how they're going to finish it, kind of thing.
Yeah. One's aliens, one's science, one's monkeys.
Yep.
Rotten meat or something like that. Yeah.
there's definitely a formula, but how creative you get with that formula is the key.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to look at how like each different survivor type in each different film too, as well.
Yeah, and we've also started liking a lot more like the Korean horror lately. I don't know if you guys have seen this other one called #Alive. It's another zombie
no.
movie from Korea. And he saw it over quarantine, but I thought it was actually pretty cool because it was a modern film or modern take on zombies. So like the people who are locked up and survived, they use Wi-Fi and are playing video games and stuff like that because the internet still exists. So they're just like chilled and at home. They just barricade themselves in and do exactly what they did before the zombie outbreak even happened, because they were already playing video games and already just vegging out, you know?
Wow.
So it's actually kind of cool.
I'll have to look into that one.
One of the guys uses a drone to like transfer supplies to someone, you know? It's a cool modern take on it.
Cool.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. Huh. I'll have to look into that one.
I don't know. Could it be that because of all the zombie movies and stuff like that, we are going to, like, if it ever does happen, we'd be so desensitized to it actually happening that could happen. You know, it's just like, oh,
Yeah.
zombies are actually a thing. All right, I'm just going back to my room.
Well, I think we'll be prepared. Everyone will know what a zombie is and how to take care of it.
Right, because I think what happens in these movies is that they start out like no one knows what this even is.
Exactly, right?
But I think that's where Jesse from Zombieland has the advantage, because they're like a known concept in that universe. Where
Yeah.
Jesse's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I grew up playing video games and killing zombies all the time in the games, so I knew exactly what to do.
Yeah. I do like
Yeah.
that element of I was already avoiding everybody, so it's not a big difference.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like,
Probably
huh.
how people who were really well, I mean, I think there's a lot of people who were at the beginning of the pandemic just like, I don't go out anyway.
Yeah.
So
This doesn't really
Oh.
affect me that much.
Man, I was
you realize how much of a
thriving.
hermit you actually were.
Yeah.
I was thriving when it first happened because I work in an office, so working from home every
right.
day is fucking awesome.
Exactly.
No, that would make sense. Yeah. I work retail, so my one job was shut down completely because it's in a mall.
Oh.
And then my other job was shut down for the first lockdown. And then we got deemed essential the second lockdown because we sell condoms.
Oh, very good.
Yeah. So
Isn't
I was
that a
working
whole thing that's
curbside.
happening? It's like quarantine babies.
Oh yeah, they needed more
Oh,
condoms. I
oh,
guess.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, the
Well, I guess
adult
we can
store
say-
industry was not slacking over the pandemic. Let's just put it that way. People were bored.
Well, we can even say that friends of ours.
Oh yeah, my best friend is pregnant
Oh, congrats!
right now. So yeah, I'm so excited. I'm going to be an auntie, and I can finally say something because she's told everybody now. So I'm like, yes, I can
Oh,
finally
awesome.
brag about the fact I'm going to be an aunt.
That is
Yeah,
exciting.
It's very exciting.
Yeah.
So, but she's doing merch, right? So it's definitely pandemic baby.
What's you guys' like most favorite October movie? Like, what would you say is the best October movie to watch for
That is a
Halloween?
tough one.
You go first.
Yeah, right.
Okay, there is you just got to go classics, I think. So Halloween Town for me.
Oh, Halloween Town.
Well,
Yes.
Hocus Pocus.
that works.
You gotta watch that every year.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I'd agree with that. I also think that The Lost Boys is a good one to watch. Trick or Treat is my
a good one.
favorite.
Oh,
don't
Trick or
think I've seen
Treat
that
is
one.
really good.
Yeah, Halloween always a must.
All of them.
Every movie
seen that
ever.
new one?
Yeah.
Yeah. All the good spooky ones. Like, all the ones about Halloween. Like the Halloween Tree. Have you ever seen the Halloween Tree?
What's that about?
Okay, so it's it's almost like a Disney Channel kind of cartoonish story, but it tells the history of Halloween throughout the different
Eras.
like different eras and different countries and stuff like that. So they go to Mexico and they talk about the Day of the Dead. They go to a Celtic, I think Ireland, and they talk about original pagan traditions and stuff like that. But it's all in like cartoon form, and there's like a little story that goes with it. But it is one of my favorites that I used to watch growing up. And when I found out that he knew it as well, I was just like, soulmate.
Yeah, I've
Soulmate.
never heard of that. We just looked it up, and
Yeah.
it was on Cartoon Network.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's it sometimes gets shown on Cartoon Network because it's Ray Bradbury.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't even know that name at all. Yeah, he's also like it's also narrated
cool.
by Spock.
Nice.
Leonard Nimoy.
Yeah, he plays the old.
Yeah, he plays the
Yeah.
character, the
Yeah.
old character.
I love it. It's kind of like it has like it's spooky for a kid. You know what I mean? And like there is kind of like a dark undertone to it because like the main kid, like the main point of the story is they're following the spirit of their friend. But it's beautiful at the same time the way like they describe Halloween and the different
Yeah.
like cultures and
That's
stuff
really
like that.
cool. I
I
wanna
really
check it out.
enjoyed
Yeah,
it.
it sounds really cute.
Yeah.
Now, on the other side of the spectrum, a complete good horror movie to watch for Halloween, I find, is Night of the Demons.
No.
You ever seen
Is that
that?
about-
Oh man, we sound like terrible horror movie
Hey, we said in
podcasters.
the beginning of our podcast that we weren't
Not at
professionals.
all. That's what I love about you guys. You guys just had like you guys aren't like like the typical critics and stuff.
Yeah,
like
we
that,
hate
which is
we hate
great.
movies that people love
And,
and love movies that people hate.
Yeah.
Which is awesome, and that's what we love about you guys. But also, keep in mind, he has the most obscure list of movies as well. That is just like I've never even heard of that, dude. What are you even talking about? And then he shows them to me. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, I feel a little less sad now.
Why? Because I always make references to you.
Yeah, don't worry too much.
I always make references to things.
Yeah, Ryan calls me the
Kevin Smith.
Yeah. Yeah, because I have a lot of different movie references to everything.
He's our movie encyclopedia.
Well, that's good. We got to learn a thing or two.
Yeah.
I've got more of an encyclopedic memory for Cartoon Network and Disney and
You
Nickelodeon.
remember every show that ever was on Cartoon Network, honestly.
Yeah, for no reason. I just remember a lot of it. I watched a lot of TV growing up.
That's okay.
Yeah, it helps. Some of them. It'll help the podcast, hopefully.
Well, unfortunately, all just cartoon stuff.
Did you ever watch Courage the Cowardly Dog?
Actually, so Funko Pop just released a bunch of Cartoon Network classic pops. So I bought Johnny Bravo, I bought Courage,
Right.
I bought Dexter.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
I had to.
Oh my god. Dexter's Laboratory.
Johnny Bravo.
Yeah, I mean, you watch that now and you're like, oh, well, he was probably a douche, but yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty problematic.
A little bit of a misogynist, but
Yeah.
nostalgia. Yay!
It was funny when I was a kid. Now I see it as okay, cringe. Yep.
I remember watching, I think it was like Mega Babies or something like that.
Oh, Mega Babies.
Where they like buffed out and like they pooped their pants a lot. I don't
There
know why I
was
like
this-
that show.
And disgusting things like snot.
No,
Yeah,
that's
snot
awesome.
bubbles and
that
shit.
reminds me of this other anime that used to come out on Saturday mornings on Kids WB. This is what it was called here. But it was this anime called Ultimate Muscle. And the main guy's
Oh, okay. I
like
think I
power
remember.
was that he could fart on people, and that's how he would win matches. At least that's what I
Yeah.
remember. I don't know if that's actually what was happening. I just remember the farts as a kid.
Now, this is gonna possibly make me sound stupid, but is Teletoon Canadian or American?
I don't
Canadian.
think we had that.
No.
Okay, because that's like our we had, I think, Cartoon Network,
Well,
but
we had Cartoon Network, but it was always like a special channel you had to pay for.
right, yeah, but we had like Teletoon and YTV and stuff like that, which YTV was based in Toronto, I think, so that makes sense that it would be Canadian.
I think Teletoon was too.
Yeah, so, but that had all of like the Dexter, Johnny Bravo, and all of those cartoon-y things. Undergrad was on YTV.
Oh, cool.
Late night YTV, wasn't it?
No, that was on Teletoon.
Was it on Teletoon? Oh yeah, Undergrads was on Teletoon late night. There's a lot of random shows because like you'd start off with like the baby stuff in the morning, and then the later you got, the more adult it got, right?
You know, I remember getting ready for school and watching the what was it called? The Scooby Doo Junior? No, it was like Kid. It was Kid Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
The gang. What was it
where
called?
they're kids. I do know what you're
Oh, a
talking
pup
about.
named Scooby Doo.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know
And
what
then there
you're
was
talking
also
about
the
too,
Baby
yeah.
Looney Tunes.
Oh,
I used to
yeah.
watch that and I was like 12. It's just because it was cool.
Yeah,
Tiny
yeah.
Toons? Yeah.
Hey, I watched the Disney Channel and like the Family Channel up until I was way too old to be watching it. Like, because around the
Yes.
time like Hannah Montana and That's So Raven was out, I was like maybe 11 or 12, like preteen, right? And then I still love those shows so much. Like I rewatched them when we got Disney
Did you
Plus. I'm
ever
like, wow,
Get as
I
far
can't
as
believe I watched these so
did you ever get as far as
relentlessly.
like Wizards of Waverly Place and Sweet Life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely did. I was like
Yeah.
16 years old sitting watching Family Channel, just like, I'm definitely not too old for this.
She's around your
yeah.
guys' age, really.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah,
I'm
I just
28.
turned 28. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 29. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. So yeah, you're right in, like, we're right in the same age group where it's just like, you get the same
Yeah.
television era. He's a little bit older.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you're
I'm
not that much
31.
Not that much.
Yeah.
Not
No,
that
but
much,
yeah.
but like he remembers like shows just at the like late 80s stage
You know,
where we're like
I have the
babies.
same knowledge just because my siblings were 9 and 12 years older than me. So when they were watching TV, I knew a lot of their
Right.
stuff. Like you guys mentioned Street Sharks a couple weeks back. And I was like, oh my God. I felt like I was the only person who knew that show ever existed. Because I had my favorite
Same. I
t-shirt
thought
as a
so,
kid.
too.
I had this one where they're riding skateboards. And I was like, it was blue. I thought it was so cool.
See, I had an older cousin because I didn't have any siblings.
Mm-hmm.
So she was 4 years older than me. She's actually the same age as you, Chris. And I was I always tended to copy her. So like when she got into the Spice Girls, I knew what the Spice Girls were because she liked the Spice Girls, right? So then I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. She hated peas. All of a sudden I hated peas. Right? Seriously though, do still hate peas to this day. But that was definitely, I remember making the conscious decision of like, oh, she's spitting them out. I should spit them out too.
Wow. Twins.
Yeah, right. Like, I drove her nuts being 4 years younger than her, right? So, but like, I was just like, oh, she's gonna do this. I'm gonna do it too because it's cool. But yeah, so
I thought you were going to say something.
I don't remember what my point was.
I was gonna say that does sound like having a younger sibling, though.
Yeah, I was
Right?
gonna say, yeah.
Yeah, she was the closest thing I probably had to a sibling until I met my best friend. So, because my best friend and I have been friends for 21 years. So, yeah, 7 and 8 was when we met. That's the one that's pregnant right now. So,
so like I was saying about the Courage the Cowardly Dog. Did you see the new Scooby Doo and Courage?
Oh, you know, I thought that was
crossovers they're
fake.
doing?
I saw it on YouTube as a preview, and I thought it was just like a joke.
No,
or
I
something.
think it's already out.
Oh, what? I need to watch that.
That's what I thought too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you gotta have like HBO Max. Or
Yeah,
HBO
we have
Plus or
that.
some
'Cause my
shit.
brother. But anyway, I don't want to say how we have HBO. Yeah. But it's on there. Actually, I was going to suggest that if people don't know what we're talking about, there's a lot of Cartoon Network old shows on HBO Max right now. Yeah, like the entire series.
Yeah, we
really?
were watching Courage the Cowardly Dog because as a kid I wasn't actually allowed to watch it because my parents thought it was gross.
Courage
So-
the Cowardly Dog
Oh, really?
changed my life.
Yeah, Eric references it all the time. So he's like, you need to watch this so you know
It's a
what
good
I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Chris, favorite episode?
see, yeah.
Favorite
Yeah.
episode?
Pardon? Oh, fuck. I can't remember which one it is exactly, but like, there's so many. Like, it's been so long since I've seen it. That's why I gotta get this HBO Max so I can watch them again.
My favorite. Well, no one asked, but I just want to say which my favorite is. No,
Well, I want to know.
I always tell Vivi about this one, but if you've seen Courage, I don't even know which season it was, but there is an episode where Muriel makes happy plums, and Courage like loves these happy plums. He remembers being fed them since he was a kid up until like the current state of the episode. But then there's this guy who is the villain, and he has like a sadness cannon, and he basically is like miserable. He does all these like monologues about why he's depressed. And so he's got this tower that he shoots the sadness cannonballs to people, and then starts making the world sad like him because he's alone. So he's got this minion rat with him that's ugly. It looks like Igor in a rat form.
Yeah.
And Courage is trying to stop this man. And when he goes to fight the guy, he ends up feeding happy plums to the rat, I think. The ending I can't remember so much, but point is that the happy plums save the world because he feeds the rat these plums, and it reminds the guy of how the rat was his like baby,
Yeah.
and so it makes him happy because it gives him a reason to live.
This is very deep.
God,
Yeah, that's what's great about that show.
wholesome.
So you think you're just watching some random kid show about some random dog scared of everything, but then the next thing you know, you're getting life tales like that.
Man, that's why I love old TV sometimes, though. The little life stories that they have just hidden, in, Like, sometimes I feel like today's TV is just so right in your face
true.
about the message, which I get because, for some reason people just seem to be getting dumber, But, like, I just love, like, I go back and I watch, like, Boy Meets World, and... that's where I got some of my
Mr.
moral
Feeney.
compass, was watching those shows. Yeah. Thank you.
Do you guys
Mr.
remember the
Feeney.
horror episode of
It's like-
Boy
Oh
Meets
my
World?
god. Traumatizing.
And then there
Oh
was
my God.
Sean.
Feeney impaled on the door with a pencil
Yeah.
through his head. Not logical, but that's what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, he actually got the
with
scissors through the back. I rewatched these recently.
yeah. I was gonna say, it was the random kid that no one knew, anyone that he's never been in any other season until
only
this random
reason-
episode.
The only reason he's in this episode is so they can name him Kenny and give Eric the ability to say, "Oh my God, we killed Kenny!"
Yeah,
Him in a red
seriously.
shirt.
Right? Yeah, that's literally the only reason he was in that episode. But yeah, I just recently watched that, and oh, so good. So,
How did Disney Channel
so
get
good.
away with that? It's a kids
That's what we were talking
show.
about. It's like blood. You see blood too.
Because it was before it was the 90s.
Yeah.
It was, I think that one was like early 2000s,
They
actually.
thought kids were tougher.
Maybe, or we're all just more messed up now because
they
of it.
weren't as sensitive.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's the other thing I was gonna say. Do you guys have like the best favorite Halloween episode of a TV show?
Ooh,
Because I used to love the Home Improvement ones.
so did
I
I.
loved Home Improvement.
Like the Home Improvement Halloween episodes were my favorite ones because they always went all out, you know, with like sets and like his makeup or whatever they were doing.
You?
Yeah.
Oh man, there are so many that are good.
I agree. Yeah, it's hard to like if we're going back to me being a little nerd. When I loved that So
Oh,
Raven, all
yes.
the Halloween episodes from That's So Raven, the one where
I
she's
remember
turned
that
into a
one
cow.
so much. It was also traumatizing.
So right, the makeup they do for it, and like when they're chewing the cud and stuff like that, it just sticks with your brain. And I'm like, whoa. I just remember, like, where did you get the gum, Ray? And it's just like, it's not gum, it's cud. Like, it's been years.
I do remember that vividly too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Disney
God.
Channel in general during Halloween was fun.
They had great ones.
Yeah, so it was always
Yes,
Fridays.
Yes, and that's why I love Disney Plus because they have all of the like during Halloween they make the Halloween list.
Yep.
So you can get like all the episodes for Halloween shows and like all blah, 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 blah. You can get all of the Halloween episodes from all the different shows
that's
just
so
in a
cool.
list.
Yeah, well, they have Treehouse
Yeah.
of
Treehouse of Horror.
on there
That's a
too
good
for
one.
The Simpsons. Yeah,
Yep. Oh my gosh, we were actually watching that. We were watching some of those the other night, and if you
yeah.
do you have Disney Plus? Just curious. Yeah. Okay. So if you go on and watch it, you may have already seen it. The one where they're the Bart and the Loki.
Oh, I don't
Is
think
that
I've
the later
gotten to that one yet.
Please watch it.
Well, it's not part of the Halloween horror ones. It's just a random like thing they did.
It's
Okay.
like 3 minutes long.
Yeah, it's supposed to help promote the Loki
Oh,
show.
I think I saw this advertised. I didn't watch it though. We should check it out.
Oh my gosh.
It's
Yeah.
actually pretty funny.
It was cute. It's like a little short, and they just the little Easter eggs that they
that's
put
fun.
in it was really cute.
Yeah, we have a Loki costume planned for all three of us.
Of course we do.
Oh, amazing.
We're gonna be variants.
Yeah. Oh, perfect. I love that. We haven't figured out our costumes quite yet.
What do you guys have on the table?
Yeah, I know. You think we'd be on this, right?
Well, I was sort of thinking trying to do a Rob
Ooh,
Zombie
that's
thing.
fun.
He does have a Rod Zombie vibe to him for sure.
If I let my hair down and not wash it for a couple days.
But I really don't feel like putting a blonde thing on it, Sherry.
I thought you meant like Rob Zombie movie theme.
Well,
I would do that too. I mean, but
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
So like, I can't, does she have dark hair in
I don't
anything? I don't
think
think so.
no, yeah.
Because I have the crazy curls, I just don't have the blonde.
Doesn't she have dark hair in Salem? Witches or Lords of Salem?
I always just see the conversation about
No, I
how
think
they say
she's
that
so
Rob
blonde.
Zombie likes his wife making out with other people. And that's why he puts her in everything.
Interesting theory.
Yeah, controversial probably, but
Well, I mean, let's be honest. It's the exact same as Tim Burton
That's
and
true.
Helena
It
Bonham
is.
Carter.
Yep.
Yeah.
She is in everything, but he likes
He
Johnny
does.
Depp as his wife a lot. So I mean, that's a different
Hey.
situation.
You wonder if there's some kind of
Yeah,
marital
they're
trauma
more
throuple.
power
there.
to them. Yeah.
Hey, if you want to be a
Do you
throuple, you
think
be a
if they
throuple, man.
do that he has them put costumes of his characters on to get more into the vibe?
You know he does.
Oh my god. It's like, you have to do it the way I wrote
He's
it.
like, no, I want Edward Scissorhands and I
Yeah,
want
'cause he's the
Bellatrix.
That's not even my movie, but
I know I didn't write that one. I know I didn't write that one, but you have to do it.
I was still there when she put on the
J.K.
costume.
Rowling won't mind.
Yeah. You can guarantee all of those costumes are in her closet for his pleasure. Just like,
It's in her writer. She has to keep every wardrobe.
yeah, her contracts like need to keep costume.
For sex, don't need this part. but we just wanted you to know.
I'm that crazy.
Full disclosure.
It's for activities. Like in Step Brothers.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god, I haven't watched Step Brothers. It's so long.
Have you guys watched Borat 2? The second one?
Wow.
Oh man, we
No.
were just listening to something about Borat 1 and I was like, have you seen Borat 1? Vivi hasn't. But I saw Borat 2 in Boston, so I think we should fix what's wrong here.
I mean, again, full disclosure. I've never really been a huge
Yeah.
Borat
Did you watch
fan.
the first one? Is that why?
No, but I had my friends reciting it
Yeah.
to me left, right, and center to the point where I didn't need to.
I watched it. I didn't think it was that funny.
The second one's funny.
Unfortunately. I think it'd be funnier now because my humor has changed since the first
Right.
one came
But
out.
yeah, we were watching. Do you guys remember a lot
that's
of those?
fair.
I don't know if you guys had Comedy Central. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
they mentioned
Yeah.
South
Yeah.
Park, so
Well, I don't know if it's on a different channel.
yeah, I was about to say,
Yeah.
like, is that not on that channel?
But
Okay.
Canadian equivalent, whatever.
but we were
yeah.
talking about all those movies that would come up on there, like Van Wilder and what was the other movie that I showed you?
Yeah.
It's like all those raunchy teen movies or whatever. And Vivi had never seen them, and
mhm.
I was
Yes.
watching them.
Can't.
Yes, yeah. I was watching. I was like, I watched them when I was growing up or whatever, and they were so hilarious. But then we were watching them together because she'd never seen them, and she's like, "That wasn't as funny as you made it seem." And I was like, "Yeah, I don't think it's that funny anymore either."
Yeah. When your maturity changes or like your perspective changes, it changes the movie for sure. Because there's a lot of movies that I saw pre stonerhood, if you will.
True.
Like before I ever smoked weed, I'm like, okay, it's not really my sense of humor. I became a stoner and I got it. Like, you know, it wasn't, my perspective changed, you know, maybe it was the weed making it funnier, but I just got the jokes better because I was a part of that
Yeah.
culture versus being like, well, that's stupid, you know? But there's a lot of movies that I didn't see until I was with Chris. So, example, I don't think I saw American Pie movies until I was with you.
Have you watched those?
I don't know. There was one. What was the one that has the guy from American Pie in it that we watched? And it has the chick from the oh crap.
I need more than that. I can't just pop shit out of my head from the chick from the
They go to the college party and I'm pretty sure we watched it because he has sex with the Elizabeth chick or something.
We probably watched the first one.
Yeah, this is me movie review. Blah, 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 blah. Wow, hi. This is me movie reviewing, and it's not good. Do you know that one guy with the chick?
Honestly, that's how I
Face?
describe everything to Vivi
That
in general.
one.
Yeah.
You gotta know what I'm talking about.
And then she gets mad because I
man.
repeat it like 30 times. I'm like, the one with the eyebrows. And she's
I'm like, that's
which
not
one?
an extra
the
hint.
one with the eyebrows. Like, it's going to get any clearer. Bad habit.
Yeah, I get that.
It's like, oh, you mean the one with the eyebrow?
Exactly.
Not
You
the
mean
eyebrows.
eyebrow.
Oh man.
Well, we're getting about an hour into this here, so you guys want to plug your podcast and anything else you want to plug?
So, I guess if you like what you heard here today, you can follow us on pretty much any podcast streaming site at Shaken Not Scared Pod. All our socials are Shaken Not Scared Pod, except Twitter. Twitter is Shaken Scared Pod. So give us a follow, give us a listen.
Yeah. Love these guys because their show is great. I've been listening every week except for this week. I failed as a fan. But yeah, it's a super good show. Love this. Yeah, love you guys.
It's all good. Sometimes we get busy. But thank you. But yes, these guys have an amazing show as well. If you like horror movies, and sometimes if you don't get a chance to watch certain ones, but you want to hear a good review of one, check them out.
Yeah, and I'm really happy we got to do this because it's different talking in person or like quote unquote in person over Zoom, whatever, than just tweeting at each other or like commenting on each other's stuff, right? Like you gotta feel for the person. So this is really awesome.
Yeah, we lost
it was a good
video.
talk.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and there was some technical difficulties here and there.
It was bound to happen. We'll just
we
blame
worked
it on
it
the
out.
ghost.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly it.
Yes. Well, you can always find us at Always Room for More podcast on Facebook and Instagrams and TikTok. And we are Always More Pod on Twitter.
Give us a like and a follow, and hopefully you enjoyed this one because hopefully the sound quality worked out for this one for sure. Because we definitely want to do this again.
It doesn't have to be spooky season. It could be any season.
Yeah.
Except winter.
Yes, thanks so much. Yeah. And who knows, one day we might actually get to do one in person.
Anytime you guys want, we're here.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much for coming
having
on.
us.
And we'll see you alls later. It's time to smoke weed about it.
Yep.
Thanks for coming along for the high. But there's always room for more.